Well, happy Canada Day. I've had my Canada 150th. That's all I could find that had Canada on it that I own. So a little bit casual Canada Day. We're off, of course, but there's still news, and I've been waiting for this for official all day. Didn't want to get out too early to say something I didn't know, so it's been about a couple hours now, maybe, after double checking and triple checking everything, and here it is. Yep, today it happened. It's not a leak. It's not even a Trump tweet. There's no analyst prediction anymore. It's an actual signed statement from U.S. Trade Representative that it's not renewed. So, CUSMA is not renewed. USMCA is not renewed. T-MEC is not renewed. Everything's going on rolling reviews. I'm Jack Jackson. This is Manufacture Daily, and let's get into it. So, this morning, the Free Trade Commission, Greer, Blanc, and Ebrard from Mexico, met virtually as required under Article 34.7 of the agreement for mandatory 6-year joint review. So it's been 6 years since anybody met to say they want to go on or not, and today, July 2026, is 6 years to the day since the USMCA replaced NAFTA. And at the end of the call, Ambassador Greer put out a formal statement, and I'm going to read to you exactly what it said. The United States did not agree to renew the USMCA in its current form. As a result, the USMCA is not renewed. That's what we've been talking about. So we say what's going to happen, and it did. So what does this mean? Well, it's not a withdrawal. It's just a termination notice. It's not a termination notice. It's USMCA does not disappear tomorrow. We all know that. We've been talking about that for weeks and months. Greer's own statement says the agreement remains in force pending resolution of these issues and until the agreement's termination, which actually happens now as the sunset clause kicks in. A 10-year window of mandatory annual reviews. If the three countries never resolve the issues, the agreement runs out of its own at 2036. If they dissolve them at any point in those 10 years, it still can be renewed for a fresh 16-year term. Nothing in the tariff schedule today changes. No duty rates kick in because of the announcement. What changes is the posture. There is no longer a 6-year cycle you can ignore between the reviews. Now it's live. Annual negotiation while the clock keeps running. Greer confirmed that the U.S. and Mexico will hold a third round of bilateral talks on July 20th, and Canada still has no confirmed dates. So we'll talk about that. So if your compliance program was built assuming USMCA was settled until 2032, that assumption just expired. Annual reviews mean annual uncertainty. Rules of origin, auto content on whatever shortcomings the U.S. decides to raise in the next year. So my advice hasn't changed at all along since we've been doing this. Document your origin now. Know your CUSMA versus Section 232. Exposure, cold, hard fact. You need to look at it. Don't wait for a clean deal to get your paperwork in order. There may not be a clean deal with all this going on. It's just going to be rolling and rolling and rolling. So if you want a full written breakdown on sources, dates, and compliance, subscribe to Manufacture Daily at manufacturedaily.substack.com. And, I'll be back again tomorrow. Start getting into the news. Everybody be back to work. Understand what this all means. And by the way, I launched a new Q&A video on YouTube. It'll be up on everything else, Substack, with Twitter, X, and LinkedIn. So it's going to be a daily Q&A. We're just going to have a question posed. Ask the audience out here if they have any more questions, and just post the answer. I'll do a little talk around it, and we'll archive all that, and it'll always be there for everybody to look at. So hopefully you enjoy that too. So my name's Jack Jackson again, Manufacture Daily. Like, subscribe, pass this on to anybody you know that helps them out. Thanks again for watching. See you tomorrow.